Crystal is off today and joining us as guest co-host. I'm happy to welcome to the studio Miss Via Rutkowski here.
Thank you. Hi.
Please tell me I pronounced it correctly.
You actually nailed it. That was perfect. And
Should
no
I
one
get an
ever
Oscar
does
for
that.
here? I deserve an Oscar. Well, listen, we're glad you're here.
Thank
I
you.
just want to jump right into this because.
Sure.
But before we do, I just want to notice that we did the set a little different. We're going to try something different for a change here, but let's see how it goes here. But anyway, so let's do it. Back on February 24th, 2022, back on February 24th, 2022, there was a war that developed where Russia began a military invasion of Ukraine in a major escalation of the Russo-Ukrainian conflict that had begun in 2014. It's the largest military conflict in Europe since World War II, with close to 3 million Ukrainians fleeing the country, and the invasion has already caused the largest refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. And Putin ignored warnings from the US and the European Union. So much is developing with a lot of information, new information, and updates over time overseas between these countries or perhaps around the world. It's a lot here. So, I mean, what do you think when you heard about this? Or like, what's going on here, you know?
Hearing that news, I think obviously shook everybody around the world. I know for me, it definitely sent a chill down my spine. It's very heartbreaking. It's awful to watch human beings do this to each other, and it's been hard not to get really wrapped up in the headlines and the news, although we want to help so badly. So I think that one of the ways that is the best way to sort of process what's happening is to find out how we can help by, you know, finding resources and places we can donate since we're not physically there to help. So things like the International Rescue Committee or Compassion International, where you can actually sponsor children. My heart really goes out to all the children involved in this, especially.
Yeah, you know, speaking of children, because at the moment there has been more than 1.5 million children that have evacuated Ukraine in the 3 weeks since the war had begun, which is really just
devastating.
It's devastating, but at the same time, I don't know how else to say on it. And I remember seeing something. President Zelensky spoke out about this, and I think we have a clip of that. Could we get that up, please, here, if we can have it?
If you see and if you understand how we feel life, how we fight against all the enemies for our freedom, support us, and not only with words, with concrete, direct steps. Do it, and I think we'll win.
So, what did you think, you know, about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just awful. It's inhumane, everything that's going on. So just focusing on those who are the most vulnerable and figuring out how we could actually help them monetarily, emotionally, whatever kind of support we could offer at this time, I think is the most important area to focus. There's so many resources out there specifically for helping the children who have been separated from their families and so on.